Shuvu b'nei Adam, lo chachmu yaskilu zot, yavinu l'acharitam. Ki lo b'moto yikach hakol, lo yered acharav kvodo. Shomer tam u'ra'eh yashar, ki acharit leish shalom. V'odei Adonai nefesh avodav, v'lo yashmu kol hachosim bo. We join together the bottom of page 574. Adonai, what are we that you have regard for us? What are we that you are mindful of us? We are like a breath. Our days are as a passing shadow. We come and go like grass, which in the morning shoots up, remove, and in the evening fades and withers. You cause us to revert to dust, saying, return, O mortal creatures. Would that we were wise, that we understood where we are going. For when we die, we carry nothing away. Our glory does not accompany us. Mark the wholehearted and behold the upright. They shall have peace. Adonai, you redeem the soul of your servants, and none who trust in you shall be desolate. We continue now with page 575. This is a poem that was written by Rabbi Alvin Fine of San Francisco about 30 or 35 years ago, and it caught on very much, and you'll recognize it from a number of other services that we've done over the past several months. Please join with me. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, and life is a journey from childhood to maturity and youth to age, from innocence to awareness and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion, and then perhaps to wisdom, from weakness to strength, or strength to weakness, and often back again, from health to sickness, and back we pray to health again, from offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion, and grief to understanding, from fear to faith, from defeat to defeat to defeat, until, looking backward or ahead, we see that victory lies not at some high place along the way, but in having made the journey stage by stage, a sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning and death a destination, but life is a journey from birth to death to life everlasting. And let us say, Amen. Now we join together in Psalm 23. I do have to warn you that it is not the King James translation that we're all familiar with. So in order to make it gender sensitive, you'll note that it's quite different. And so please adjust accordingly. I'll begin with the Hebrew. And the original prayers were psalms almost entirely. And so it's only slowly that the Jewish prayer book as we know it developed. So Psalms are the original prayers. And they're also beautiful poetry. Psalm 23. Mizmor leDavid, Adonai ro'i lo achsar, benat deshe yarbitzeni, al mei menuchot yenachaleni. Nafshi shovev, yanchile b'ma'agalet tzedek, lema'an shemo. Gam ki elech beged zalmavet, lo irara ki ata imati. Shivtecha u'mishantecha hema yenachamuni. Taroch lefanai shulchan neged sorai. Shanta b'shemen roshi, kosi revaya. Achtov v'chesed yirdefuni kol yemei chaylai. V'shavti b'veit Adonai le'orech yamim. We join together. A psalm of David. Adonai is my shepherd, I lack nothing. God makes me lie down in green pastures. God leads me to water in places of repose. God renews my life. God guides me in right paths as befits God's name. Though I walk through a valley of deepest darkness, I fear no harm, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You spread a table for me in full view of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My drink is abundant. Only goodness and steadfast love shall pursue me all the days of my life. I shall dwell in the house of Adonai for many long years. And let us say, Amen. We continue with the Esa Einai on page 577.
מאין יבוא עזרי מעם אדוני עושי שמיים וארץ אל ייתן למות רגלך אל ינום שומרך הנה לא ינום ולא יישן שומר ישראל Adonai שומרך Adonai tzilcha yad yaminecha Yomam hashemesh lo yaketa v'rareach alayla Adonai marcha Mored nafshecha, Adonai yishmor techaocha, me'at
Amen. This is Psalm 121, also called Esa Einai, and it's really a prayer that you could carry with you. As you see, the guardian of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. Adonai is your guardian. Adonai is your protection at your right hand. By day the sun will not strike you, nor the moon by night. Adonai will guard you from all harm. God will guard your life. Adonai will guard your going and coming now and forever. And let us say, Amen. A very appropriate prayer for all of us in these times. We now continue on page 578 with Shiviti, which likewise is a psalm, this one from parts of Psalm 16.
Shiviti Adonai lenegdi tamid Irini baremut Lachen samach libi Mayager kavodi Af bisari Yizkor
Page 579. Towards the bottom, we see the English. Please join with me. There it is. We join together. Each person has a name. We each have a name given by God and given by our father and mother. We each have a name given by our stature and smile and given by our attire. We each have a name given by the hills and given by the walls. We each have a name given by the stars and given by our friends. We each have a name given by our sins and given by our yearnings. We each have a name given by our enemies and given by love. We each have a name given by celebrations and given by our work. We each have a name given by the seasons and given by our blindness. We each have a name given by the sea and given by our death. And let us say, Amen. We now turn to page 580 for the actual Yizkor, and this is a silent prayer. So I'm going to ask you to take a minute to read it silently and to reflect on our loved ones who we remember with love and devotion, and read the prayer there. The top prayer is the Yizkor itself, and the bottom one, if you can see that, is a Yizkor for the martyrs of the Jewish people. So you can read both. Primarily, we're focusing on our own loved ones. We pause now for a moment of silent prayer to recite the Yizkor. Andre,
Mm-hmm.
if there's any volunteers who'd like to read the reading at the top of page 581, is it possible to unmute them?
Yes.
Okay, so if there's anyone who'd like to do the reading on the top of page 581, could you just raise your right arm and we'll see if we can see you?
Second.
Anybody want to read?
Evelyn will. So Evelyn, I will unmute you.
Okay, and then while we're asking, is there anyone that wants to read the reading at the bottom of 581?
Okay, good. My mother's mother died in the spring of her days, and her daughter did not remember her face. Her portrait, engraved upon my grandfather's heart, was erased from the world of images after his death. Only her mirror remained in the home, sunken with age into the silver frame. And I, her pale granddaughter, who does not resemble her, look into it today as into a pool which conceals its treasures beneath the waters. Very deep behind my face, I see a young woman, pink-cheeked, smiling, and a wig on her head. She puts an elongated earring into her earlobe, threading it through a tiny hole in the dainty flesh of her ear. Very deep behind my face, the bright goldness of her eyes sends out rays, and the mirror carries on the tradition of the family that she was very beautiful. Shall I continue?
Is
If you
there
would like.
anyone else that wants to read? Last chance? Okay.
Faye will read. So thank you,
Yeah.
Evelyn.
Okay.
Can you move it up?
Yeah.
I used to be part of you, belong to you, the extension of your being, but now you live within me and are the spark of my consciousness. I say Kaddish for you, with you, as you sing your melodies, speak your words, hearing your voice in mine, and my eyes, too green, have somehow started to reflect the blue of yours. I used to be part of you, protected by your presence, by your light, but now the time is mine, and alone I must be more than myself. Your child has become your heir, has become you.
Thank you, Faye.
Thank you, Faye, and thank you, Evelyn. These are two poetic expressions of love for those who are no longer with us. We have thousands more ways of expressing our longing and our sorrow. We now continue with the El Maleh Rachamim, the memorial prayer, which you can find on page 582.
Maleh Rachamim, Shokein B'Romim, Ametzei Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kanfei HaShekhinah, קידושים וטהורים, כזוהר הרקיע מזהירים. ונשמות יקירינו שהלכו לעולם, ברחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים, ויצרור בצרור החיים את משמעתם. אדוני הוא נחלתם, ינוחו בשלום על משכבם. ונאמר אמן.
Please join together with me. Fully compassionate God on high, to our loved ones who have entered eternity, grant clear and certain rest with you in the lofty heights of the sacred and pure, whose brightness shines like the very glow of heaven. Source of mercy, forever enfold them in the embrace of your wings, secure their souls in eternity. Adonai, they are yours, they will rest in peace, and let us say, Amen. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as they live, we too shall live, for they are now a part of us, as we remember them. We're going to conclude in a moment with the Mourner's Kaddish, which you can find on 598. After we conclude the service, if you have a yahrzeit candle in your home, you may light it. There's no blessing that you must say, but you can say any prayer of your heart and remember your loved ones with fondness and with great love. We turn to page 598 as we recite the Mourner's Kaddish in memory of all of those who are no longer with us. Please join together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba v'yalma dibra krute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon v'yomechon u'b'chaye dekol Beit Yisrael ba'agalav b'zman kariv v'yamru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach li'olam u'lamei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'fu'ar v'troman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha brichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiram b'alma v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shlomo Rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and all humanity, to which we say,
Amen.
Amen.
This concludes our Yizkor service. I'm going to leave I'm going to unmute everyone in just a second. We thank you all for joining us today as we all together remember the loved ones who had such an important part in our lives and who we are today. I want to thank Rabbi Kaplan for his insight and his leadership, and Cantor Koritan for his beautiful music, moving music, as we all make it through the journey of remembrance together. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to unmute everyone now. If you're going to stay with us, we look forward to hearing from you. If you have to part, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for services at 7 p.m. We will do it the exact same way we did last week. If you're interested in participating in any part of the services, please be in touch with us. Shalom, everyone. Thank you.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Wonderful.
So you empty